ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Very warm welcome to every one of you for this 8th chapter. Again, a very important chapter which we are going to take it today. You can see the topic of today's is attaining the supreme Akshar Brahma Yoga. That means Bhagavad Prapti. We have till time talked about Lord Krishna. We have talked about Supreme Personality of Godhead. Today we will talk about how we are going to attain the Supreme. How we are going to get Shri Krishna. Right? It's very important to know that by what deeds, by what activities we can achieve Krishna, we can meet Krishna, we can see Krishna, we can attain Krishna. So before moving ahead with this chapter, let's pray our obeisance with the Radhe Krishna, the deity of our ISKCON Mangaluru. Hare Krishna. Radha Govinda. Jagannath ji, Subhadra Baldev, Balbhadra ji. So if you see in today's topic, we are going to cover about 4 important activities. The first is that Arjuna had certain questions. Arjuna will ask certain doubts. We will discuss that. We will talk about the final examination of our life, that is death. We will talk about attaining the Supreme, and we will discuss pure devotion is the best. So we are going to touch upon 4 important topics. Mataji, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji, audible.
Okay, Mataji. So if you see the first shloka is what? Kim tad brahma kim adhyatmanam kim karma purushottamam adhibhutam cham kim proktam adhidaivam kim uchyate. That means Arjuna is asking certain questions. Arjuna is asking, oh my Lord, oh Supreme Person, what is Brahma? What is self? What are the fruitive activities? What is the material manifestations? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me. So Arjuna is asking about what is Brahma? First question. What is Atma? Self, soul. What is Sakam Karma? That means fruitive activities. What is this Bhautik Jagat? That means material manifestations. And what are demigods? So Arjuna is asking these questions. And we have very clearly seen that whenever Arjuna is asking questions, Krishna very sportingly replies to Arjuna. He doesn't get irritated by number of questions which Arjuna asks. But in our nature, if any people ask too much of questions, then at a particular point we get irritated. So this is also a learning from Bhagavad Gita, that we need to keep patience. We should not be getting out of control. We should not get irritated. We should learn this habit from Krishna, that if there are questions, it needs to be answered. Again, Arjuna is saying, who is the Lord of sacrifice? How does he live in the body? O Madhusudan, how can those engaged in devotional service know you are you at the time of death? So the question continues, that who is the Lord of sacrifice? Yajna ka Swami kaun hai? How does he live in our body? How he resides in our body. Oh Madhusudan. Madhusudan means there was a demon with the name Madhu. Krishna has killed the demon Madhu. That's why the name Madhusudan is there. And how can those engage in the devotional service? That means someone who is already doing progress in bhakti, how he will remember you at the time of death? It's a very important question. This is for every one of us. We know that we are going to get birth based on two situations, based on two conditions. The first is when we will get birth, two condition applies. One, the entire lifetime of the activity, the entire karma which you do, it depends on the activities which you have performed in the entire lifetime karma. Our karma helps in getting a new body. Plus, very important, what you think at the time of death. And we all know that if you think Krishna at the time of death, then you will go to the Supreme Personality Godhead residence, that means Golok. You will go to that particular abode. So we may have thinking like this, instead of doing chanting entire life, instead of remembering Krishna entire life, we will remember Krishna at the time of the death. Let us all enjoy the material enjoyment of life. Let's enjoy this life because we don't know whether we are going to get this life next time or not. जिंदगी मिलेगी नहीं दोबारा. So enjoy कर लेते हैं, ऐश कर लेते हैं, मौज कर लेते हैं. कृष्णा को लास्ट में याद कर लेंगे ना. At the time of death we will remember Krishna and we will go to Golok. But to be very honest, if you plan such things for your death, definitely Krishna is not going to be remembered, because whatever you have done in this entire life, whatever you have done in the entire life, that will only be coming at the end of the death. You will remember that only. If you're in the entire life, you thought about money, property, paisa, wife, material pleasure. If you have built a big empire of yourself, then you will think at the time of death that I am going now. My death is approaching very close to me. I have crores of rupees in my account. Now my son, my family members will misuse that. The car which I never landed, given to anyone else, I only have driven it. That Jaguar, now it will be driven by someone else, whether they will take care of that or not. My wife, she is completely dependent on me. She doesn't know anything. I have taken care of her entire life. Now what will happen to her? Oh, my kids are yet to be married. Hey Krishna, can you give me some years of life so that I will marry my daughter, marry my son, and I will build some more property so that my son will live a very lavish life. You will think these things. Instead of remembering Krishna for giving devotional benefit to you, for giving bhakti to you, you will think all materialistic things only in the life. If you have thought materialistic thing in the entire life, then. But if you have thought of Krishna in the entire life, if you have done japa in the entire life, if you have gone to Vrindavan and seen Krishna Lila, then it's possible that at the end of your life, during the time of death, you will remember Krishna. Because another reason why you will not remember, at the time of the death, there is huge, immense pain. You cannot explain that pain. If a scorpion bite to you, it's an unbelievable pain happens to us. Thousands of scorpions bites, pain will be there. So during that pain, in that pain situation, when there you can't think anything else, you can't speak, your throat will be choked up with cough. You will not able to move your limbs also. You can't do anything. And in such a tough situation, when your body oxygen level goes down, when you can't talk about, when you can't think about it, there is immense pain, then it's difficult to remember Krishna. People who were gone under the COVID situation, they will know that if the oxygen level goes down in the body, then it is really difficult to have a control of the mind. At that time, oxygen level also dips. You will be in a semi-conscious state. During this semi-conscious state, how will you remember Krishna? Difficult. So let's see some ways, some steps. If we follow, then there is a possibility of remembering Krishna at the time of death. It's not impossible. So the question is, how can those engaged in the devotional service know you are at the time of death? Now Krishna is answering. What Krishna is saying? Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhava Adhyatma Uchyate Bhut Bhava Uddhava Kara Bhut Bhava Uddhava Karo Visarga Karma Sangeetam. So Krishna is watching. Krishna is saying that Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Brahma. So what is Brahma? Indestructible and transcendental entity is Brahma. And his eternal nature is called Adhyatma or Atma or the soul. Action pertaining to the development of the material bodies of living entities is called karma. So any action which you do, any activity which you perform, which is related with your physical body, that is karma or fruity activities. So Krishna answered three things. First, that the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahma. That means Avinashi Divya Jiv Brahma kahlata hai. And the nature of that is known as Atma or Adhyatma. And any activity which you do in relation with the physical body is known as karma or fruitive karma activities. That's the answer of Krishna for Arjun. Now let's see. What is Brahma? Brahma means indestructible, transcendental living entity. Adhyatma means nature of that body. Karma means any kind of activity which you do in relation with the physical body. Now let's talk about Adhibhut. Adhibhut means materialistic nature of the body. That is Adhibhut. Adhideva means universal form of the God. Adidev, supreme demigod. Universal form wherein all the demigods are present. A universal form where all the demigods are present are known as Adidev. Adi Yagna means the Paramatma. Where does the Paramatma resides? In the heart of every living entity. And how would you remember Krishna at the time of death? By remembering Krishna in the entire life, by practicing it. Let's see. Fourth shloka says, oh, the best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adhibhuta. We discussed in the previous slide. What is Adhibhuta? The materialistic manifestation. That means the materialistic nature of the body is known as Adhibhuta. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, including the sun and the moon, is called Adhidevya. The universal form wherein all the demigods are present is known as Adhidevya. And I, the Supreme Lord, represent as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being called Adi Yagna, the Lord of Sacrifice. Lord of Sacrifice is who? Parmeshwar. Yagya ka Swami. So a very important question which Arjun is asking now. And this is the best of the question, that how to attain Krishna at the time of death. How we will do this Bhagavad Prapti. We talk about the God, we talk about the Supreme Lord, but how do we remember Krishna at the time of death? This question is asked by Arjun and answer is given by Krishna. But we should be thankful to Arjun that such question he has directly asked to Krishna, because whatever the answer Krishna is going to give, that is going to benefit every one of us, including you and me. So we should thank Arjun that he is a really good student. Good student never keeps mum, because if they keep mum, they are silent, then doubts of theirs will not be solved. If they ask questions, not only their doubts but others' doubts also gets cleared. So Arjun is really a great student. Now, very important life lesson. Very important. We all know our manufacturing date, but no one knows the expiry date. So manufacturing date means date of birth. We all know that, okay, at this particular time, at this particular place, on this particular date, we were born. That is our manufacturing date. But do we all know the expiry date? Don't know. We never know that when will be our expiry date. Today I am taking the eighth class, eighth lesson, eighth chapter. Tomorrow will be the ninth chapter. But there is no guarantee that I will be there tomorrow. Maybe I will be dead. No one knows the expiry date. When will be the expiry date of our physical body? We never know. So since when we don't know the expiry date of our body, let's be prepared for every moment that whenever the death comes, there will be no regret. We shouldn't be regret so that Krishna sir, just give me some time. We will not borrow time from Krishna. So let's prepare for this. Instead of regretting, we should thank Krishna for the life which he has given to us, because this life is actually meant for preparation of our next life. Let's see how. Very important, very important shloka. What's saying? Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati sa madvam madbhamam yati na asti nastatyatra sanshaya. And whoever at the end of life quits its body, that means we will already going to quit during the death. Remembering me alone at once attains my nature of this. There is no doubt. Krishna is saying there is no doubt. That means 100% confirm. If anyone during the time of death, when he is quitting the body, when he is leaving the body, remembers me alone, alone. No, remembers me alone. That means Krishna, then kids, then wife, then property. No, only Krishna. Very focused. At the time of the death, if you are really focused on Krishna during the exit of our body, during the quitting of our body, then we will attain the nature of the Krishna. We all know that that there are 7 wonders of the world, right? And we classify the first wonder, the 7th wonder, the 6th wonder. We all classify that. But you know, the actual wonder of the life is what? That every moment, thousands of people are dying, lakhs of people are dying. Every moment, every second, thousands of people are dying. But we don't understand these things. Sometimes we also go to the crematorium. If someone very close to us dies, we feel that, oh, this person has died, but not I. We feel that we are eternal, we will never die. We don't take the learning from that particular person who is going to be burned because his body is dead. But we feel, oh, ye mara hai, main thodi marne wala hu. We never accept this. If we accept that today is the death of this person, tomorrow I will be also dying, or any moment I can die. If we really accept this and implement this, then we will be free from many of the problems of life. We will not do anything wrong. But this is the actual wonder of life, that we feel that everyone else will die, but we will not die. We think of very huge, we do actually huge planning, that we think that kal ye karenge, parso wo karenge, today have 1,000 rupees, we will make millions of rupees, we will be crorepati, we will do this, we will do that, we will go there, we will do this. We are always planning for future, but we don't know Whether do we really exist in future or not, we don't know. That's the actual wonder of the world. So before moving, let me ask you some question. um, See, Thursday I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Unfortunately, I will not say fortunately, unfortunately, I have to attend some social function. And you know, the social function actually goes into the evening only, late evening. So I have to attend that social function. So might be there will be issue that out of these 3 days, Thursday I would not be able to take class. Friday and Saturday I will be taking class, but from remote locations, not from my home. So there will be a dependency of the mobile internet. I can definitely carry my laptop also, but I don't know whether how feasible it will be. So Thursday, I couldn't be able to take class. I can't. Friday, Saturday, I will take class. Definitely not an issue, but I will take from different locations. So you have to bear with me with the quality of the class. I don't know whether it will be going smoothly or there will be certain disturbance that the class which we will be missing on Thursday, we will cover on any of the day, whether we will cover tomorrow, that is Wednesday, or we will cover on Fridays or Saturdays. So we will not make any loss. Definitely we will not make any loss, but we will have to just adjust with some time. And whatever will be done, I will inform you in advance so that you are aware of it.
Thursday, there is no class, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mother, Thursday I would not be able to take class, Mother.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thursday there will be no class. Instead, a Thursday, if you see today is Tuesday, that means Thursday will be the 10th chapter. So this 10th chapter either will be done tomorrow. That means I will take 9 and 10 tomorrow, both chapter tomorrow, or it will spill over to the next day.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
So let me ask you some question in the way of a poll. I'm putting a poll on the screen. Very simple. How many rounds of chanting is done by you? My question is very simple. How many rounds of chanting is daily done by you? Options are 1. Second option is between 2 to 4. Third option is greater than 4. And the fourth option is 0. So I am launching the poll. It is coming to your screen. Please answer this. So out of 126, only 84% has responded. Please respond. Last 10 seconds, or else I will close the poll. Last 10 seconds. I'm going to close the poll now. See, the response of the poll is such that one round of chanting is done by 26% of the people. 26% does one round of chanting. 17% of the participants, they do round 2 to 4 round of chanting. 21% of the participants are doing more than 4 rounds of chanting. When I say round of chanting, that means 108 times becomes one round. And 36% are not at all doing any kind of chanting. Now, it's a humble request to every one of you that at least do one round of chanting. That's why before the start of the class, if you see, before the start of our class at 8:50, one round of chanting we do together with Prabhupada. So if you want to attain the Supreme, if you want to attain Krishna at the time of death, we want to make a good future of our next birth, then at least one round of chanting is required. At least. Actually, it's more, it should be at least 16, but we will start off the journey with one round of chanting. So if you do one round of chanting, it is going to help you out. A huge, huge help will be done by you to yourself. So please do it. It's a humble request to every one of you. So how to think of Krishna at the time of death? See, the first is mental. Think of me in the form of Krishna and by chanting Hare Krishna. So you should do chanting. There is no solution. You should have a chanting. Do chanting. Second is physical. Carry out prescribed duty but dedicated to me. That means whenever you're doing any kind of duty, whenever you're doing any kind of karma, whenever any kind of activities is done, dedicate it to Krishna. If you are eating, dedicate it to Krishna. If you are sleeping, thanks to Krishna that Krishna, I'm going to sleep. Intellectuals, the third one, mental, physical, and intellectual. Mind and intelligence fixed on Krishna. If you fix your mind and intelligence on Krishna, on the learnings of Bhagavad Gita, then it will be very, very, very easy to control your mind. Mind will automatically become your friend. So mental, physical, intellectual, three things. Let's take the case of, this story. Raja Bharat, King Bharat. We discussed in one of the class. You've seen at the end of his life, he was thinking of the deer. And because he was thinking of the deer, although he had done good karmas only, good activities in the life, pious activity he has done it. But since he was thinking of deer in the end of the life, he became deer in the next life. But because of his pious activities done, he had got the remembrance of his previous life. But we are not so great as King Bharat. So it's better when such an elevated person in spirituality, if he can do mistakes, he can think of the deer in the end of the life, we are nowhere to him. We are nowhere. So we have to be very careful. The sixth sloka says, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Without fail, Krishna is saying. That means at the end of your life, whenever you're quitting your body, if you are remembering something, you're going to become that. Very clearly it says, मनुष्य जिस भाव का स्मरण करता है वो उस भाव को निश्चित रूप से प्राप्त होता है. This is what Krishna is saying. That whatever you think at the end of the life, whenever you're quitting his body, that state you're going to attain without fail. Krishna is saying without fail. That means confirm. Better we remember Krishna only, no one else. So therefore, Arjun, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting with your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. So Krishna is saying, Arjun, you fixed your mind on me, you think of me only, and do your duty. That means don't run away from your karma. Do your duty, fight the war, and fight for me. Fight for me. So you have to dedicate the karma to me. So with your activities dedicated to me, your mind and intelligence will be fixed on me. जैसे कहीं करते हो तुम कन्हैया नाम मेरा हो रहा है. So whatever you anything is happening, Krishna is all because of you. If I am fighting the war, because of you. If I am getting promotion, all because of you. If I am smart enough, all because of you. If I am wealthy, all because of you. If I am having problems, no problem, Krishna. This is what we want to. That's why it's happening. He who meditates on me as the spirit, supreme personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path. He, O path, is sure to reach me. That means someone who is continuously meditating on Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind will be engaged always in remembering himself, Krishna. So if he will continuously remember Krishna, then he is going to be surely reaching to Krishna. Simplest solution Krishna is saying. What Krishna is saying? Abhyas yoga yuktena. That means practice. Abhyas yoga yuktena chetsaha nanegamina paramam purusham divyagati partha anu chintayana. So don't think anything else of other than Krishna. If you think of Krishna, your mind will be engaged in remembering Krishna, and then you will attain me. So very important question, very important question. When living this life, one creates the next. That means whatever we are doing, we are actually creating our next life. So our karma, our karma, what we are doing, that karma is leading to our next life. That means the kind of seeds we are sowing in the soil, the plant will grow, right? The kind of seeds of the karma, what we are executing, whatever we are performing, that karma will lead us to the next life. So very important question. When to prepare for death? Now. There is no tomorrow. Now. What is the syllabus? This is the syllabus. Bhagavad Gita is the syllabus. How to prepare for death? Chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, devotee association, and serving towards the lotus feet of Krishna. Because when your mind will be occupied of Krishna, then you will not do anything wrong. Wrong deeds will never happen. You will see every living entity as the form of Krishna only. When should you do? 24/7. You shouldn't take a leave. You take a leave from office on Sunday, right? Because 6 days you are working or 5 days you are working. Weekends you relax. But you never know when the death will come. So 24/7, not a single day leave. What will be the result? You will be free from death. You will be free from birth. You will be free from old age and disease. Janam mrityu jara vyadhi muktam. Okay. What is the life lesson? Life is preparation, death is examination. Life is preparation, death is examination. So let's prepare for the death. Have you ever heard of Ajamil? Have you ever heard of Ajamil? You want to hear the story of Ajamil? If you want, I can tell you the story, or else we can move ahead. Okay. If you want, then I will tell you the story. See, there was a Brahman known as Ajamil. He used to stay in the village known as Kane-Kubj. Very truthful, very righteous, very sincere. He has learned Vedas and very well versed with the Ved. Along with his father, he used to do all the pious activity. He was leading a very happy life, pleased life, and he was married. One day his father asked him, okay, get me some flowers for my offerings to the Krishna. Let me do some puja. So to collect the flowers for puja, he went to the forest which was near to his village to collect the flowers and kusha. Kusha is the grass which is used for daily worship of the god. When he was in the forest collecting flowers, after collection of the flowers, when he was coming back to the home, he saw a prostitute. Prostitute is someone who is of low birth, who does wrong activities. He saw a prostitute doing union with one of the person. So she was having some kind of sex with a person. He saw that particular activity. And by seeing that, he was not able to control his mind. Lust developed in his body. He was overwhelmed with lust. He forgot his own family. When he came back, he was always thinking of that prostitute. He was so attached. He was always thinking of the prostitute that he, at a particular time, he bought that prostitute in his own house. He started to lead a illegal life with her. His father opposed, his wife opposed. He said, I don't bother. If you want, stay. If you don't, go out. So his father left the home. His wife also left him, but he couldn't leave the prostitute. He was so materialistically attached with that prostitute that he should do all kind of work for the prostitute. So automatically he slowly started facing degradation. He was known for his knowledge, Vedas knowledge. He used to do some pujas, but everything stopped because he degraded. He was living with a prostitute. Thus, a man of mind and clean habits soon lost his sensibility. He lost all the sense. He later got married. He formally married to that lady. And he was saying, oh, people think that I am doing wrong, but I am in love with this lady. And whatever he has money, he used to spend all the money, everything on her, just to ensure that she is happy. He gave away his worship. He stopped doing yagnas. He totally lost his sense for Krishna, for God. He spent all the wealth he had, everything which he had, just to keep his wife happy. He went to the extent of even stealing also, cheating also. He lost all the values of life just for the sake of happiness, just for the material attachment, lust for that prostitute. And with that prostitute, he has 10 sons. He led a very long life with her. 10 sons were there. And the youngest of the 10 sons was Narayan. Now, how this Narayan name came, that some of the rishis came for asking some offerings, but he said, oh, you want to get something from me? I don't donate anything. I steal away everything. Immediately leave away. And by saying this, he left. Who left? Ajamil. But you know, the rishis, munis, their life is for the society. They feel that everyone should be happy. So they said, the wife, the prostitute, that can you do one thing? You are a pregnant lady. You already have 9 children. The 10th boy is going to come. Can you give the name Narayan to this boy? She was very happy that the 10th kid will be a boy. So she said, yes, yes, no doubt. I will keep the name. I will give the name as Narayan. And since Narayan was a 10th son, you know, the youngest is always preferred, youngest is always favorable amongst the parents. He was the most favorite of Ajamil among the children. Ajamil fell sick at a particular time and he was very badly ill. When he was almost in his deathbed, suddenly he was able to see that 2 fierce looking messengers of Yama, dark colored body, fierce looking, fully prepared with access to cut and drag his soul from the body. They were ready. By seeing them, Ajamila was so frightened. The very look of them scared Ajamil. And he screamed and called for his favorite son. Oh, Narayan, Narayan, please save me. These people have come, these 2 people, dark body people has come to take my body. Narayan, Narayan, please save me. He uttered this word Narayan. As he called out the Narayan, 2 shining and brilliant attendants of Vishnu came. Vishnu Dut. Earlier were 2 Yam Duts, which were dark colored body, fearful. Now, by hearing the name Narayan, Vishnu Dut came. and asked the messengers of Yam. They said that, "Oh, Yamdut, what you are doing here? What you are planning to do with Ajamil?" He said, "Oh, Vishnu Dut, he is a very bad person. He has nothing. He has done nothing good in his life. All wrong deeds has been done. He's a Tamoguni, worst of the Tamoguni." Yamdut messengers explained that Ajamila has never done anything. Starting, he was really good. He was doing the right thing, but he lost all this knowledge because of material enjoyment. He became wicked and unholy activities has done. He led a very unclean life and committed many crimes. Innumerable crimes has been committed. So they have come to take away his life and wanted to punish him as per his karma. But attendants of the Vishnu Dut, that means Vishnu's Dut said, you cannot take his body, you cannot take his life, you cannot take this Atma, because at the end of the life he said Narayana. So then this Yamdut said, "Oh, Vishnu Dut, don't be get foolish. He didn't call Narayan, he called his son Narayan. His name is Narayan, the 10th son which is having. He didn't call Krishna or the Narayan, but he said, irrespective of whatever, but he called Narayan. Since he uttered the spiritual name, uttered the name of Narayan with devotion, so that you couldn't took it." So what the Yamdut said, Yamdut went to the Yamraj and explained the entire situation, that Devduts, sorry, Vishnu Dut, they are not allowing to take the life of the Ajamil. So Yamraj said, if they have come, then you please run away. Your work is already done, because in front of a Vishnu Dut, you can't stand. You don't have the power to stand. Let them do what they wish to do. So all this were happening in front of Ajamil. He was saying that exchange of words which was happening between the Yamdut and the Vishnu Dut. At that particular time, he thought, just by taking a single name of Narayan at my deathbed, I am getting an opportunity given by Vishnu Dut, because I have uttered the name of Narayan. And because of them, the Yamdut has left. So Yamdut said, since you have uttered the name of Narayan, we are giving you 6 months. We are giving you 6 months. Your life has been extended by 6 months. Make use of these 6 months. That particular moment, he decided, Ajamil, that I have done all the wrong deeds in my life. My life has, I have wasted my life basically. But because of the Narayan name which I uttered in the last moment, I have got this opportunity. Let's make use this of opportunity. And he went to Haridwar. He left his entire family. He went to Haridwar and chanted the name of Krishna. He so perfectly chanted with his all mind, intelligence, and heart. And the banks of Haridwar, Krishna, sorry, banks of Ganga, where is in Haridwar, he meditated so great. In-depth meditation was done by praising the Lord Narayan. He led his entire life worshipping. And after 6 months, Vishnu Dut came. Vishnu Dut came to pick him up for taking Vaikunt. That's the story of Ajamil, the sinner turning over a new leaf. You can see he saw the prostitute. This is a imaginary picture. Ajamil is seeing prostitute making a union with the person, and at the time of deathbed, these are the Yamduts and these are the Vishnu Duts. And they were given an opportunity, and after 6 months of sincere chanting and praising, doing stuti of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then this Vishnu Dut came to lift him up for Vaikuntha. So by taking the name of Narayan, we have seen two examples. One example is of King Bharat. He thought of deer, became deer. This is another example. He called Narayan, and because of calling just Narayan, called Narayan. That's why he got an opportunity. So important question. When should we start our devotional service? When should we start? As early as possible, because we never know how much life we have there. You can see Prabhupada at the age of 5, he started his entire spiritual journey. He has done the Rath Yatra that time. So when he can do at 5, why not we at this age? So one should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as he who is the oldest, who is the controller, who is smaller than the smallest, who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is always a person. He is luminous like the sun, and he is transcendental beyond this material nature. So it is our duty to remember Krishna, because he is everything. He is the supreme. For the one who always remembers me without deviation, Krishna is saying, for the one who is always remember me without any kind of deviation, I am easy to obtain. I am easy. It's not tough. But for that, continuous thinking without ifs and buts. O son of Pritha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Someone who is constantly engaged in devotional service of Krishna, he can obtain Krishna. He can attain Krishna. After attaining me, the great soul who are yogis in the devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. That means if you do any kind of pious activities now, you can go to the higher planets like Swargalok, Taplok, Janlok, Satlok. There are many loks above our earth planet. But if we attain me, then you will go the topmost place, which is Golok, wherein you don't have to come back again. Whereas in rest of the higher planets, you can enjoy the benefits of whatever pious activities you have done, and you have to again come back. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all the places are miseries, wherein repeated birth and death take place. So one who attains to my abode, O son of Pritha, never takes birth again. That means if you go to Swargalok, Swargalok is what? Swargalok is full of luxury. There are all luxurious things, better than earth. But you can stay there until your pious activities are there. Whatever you have done pious activities, because of that you will get a credit. You will get a credit, and because of credit you will stay there. Like we have a credit card, right? Credit card already has some defined limit, so we can do expense until the credit limit is not expired. If we reach the credit limit, then we can't do anything. Similarly, the credit which we have of the pious activities done by us, with reference to that credit, we will stay in Swargalok. We will do all the luxurious thing. We will enjoy the life. We will enjoy. But as soon as our credit goes away, we will be put again back on the earth. Janam Ritu Jaravadi again will start. And Janam Ritu is also there in Swargalok, higher planets. So actually the real problem is what? The birth, the death, the old age, the disease. You have all told me to show me a video today. I will show you a video, the birth again and death again. After the class, I will show you a video. So be with me. The actual problem of life is birth, death, old age and disease. Janam, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. If we can get rid of this, then we are the one who is benefited. Yet there is another unmanifested nature, which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all the world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. That means apart from all this, there is unmanifested nature. एक अव्यय प्रकृति है, अतिरिक्त. That means it very clearly says, even though everything gets into the pralay, everything gets annihilated, this particular golok doesn't go away. It's always there. It's always there. So we should always target this place, which is Krishna's residence. This is a slide you can see. It's known as Golok chart. Golok chart is a very detailed explanation. It's it can take many hours if you want to discuss this. For your simpler understanding, let me tell you that there are 14 bhuvans, 14 lokas are there. Of these 14 loks, the Prithvi, the earth is at the center. Above earth, there are 6 loks like Bhuvar lok, Swarg lok, Mahar lok, Jana lok, Tap lok, and Satya lok. Satya lok is basically the residence of Brahma. You know, Swarg lok, you have always heard about the heaven. It's the residence of demigods and Indra. Maharlok, Janlok, Taplok are the residents of sadhu sannyasis. So there are 6 loks above earth, and these are for those particular people who has done good deeds, pious activities. So they are elevated. But all these 6 loks has Janam, Ritu, Jara, Vyadhi. So until you have credit in your account, you will be living there. And as soon as your credit goes away, you have to come back to the earth. Below earth, there are 7 loks. And anyone who does wrong deeds, then they have to fall down. If someone is of tamoguni nature, ignorance mode, they will come. The 7 loks which is below earth is like Atal lok, Vital lok, Sutal lok, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. Let me again repeat so that if you're making a note, you can write it down. Below the earth is Atal lok, then Vital lok, then Sutal, then Talatal, then Mahatal, then Rasatal, and the last is Patal. I'm just giving you a small glimpse of what this Golok is. You can see Krishna in different forms. Okay. The 28th sloka says, this is Kapil Muni, one of the incarnation of Krishna. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from the studying of the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all this, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. That means someone or anyone who starts walking in the path of devotional service, then he can get everything. For that particular person who is doing devotional studies, he doesn't need to do Veda Dhyan. He doesn't need to understand Vedas also. There is no need of studying the Vedas or performing big sacrifices or doing any kind of austerities or doing a big charity. No need. Or pursuing any philosophical and fruity activities. No need. Someone who has already adopted the devotional service, someone who has already started performing a devotional service, he doesn't need anything else. Just by performing devotional service towards Krishna, he can attain the supreme abode of Krishna, that is Golok. If you want to Golok, only one way is there, only one marg is there, that is Bhakti marg, devotional service. Krishna is very clearly saying, Krishna, what? Vedeshu, Yaggeshu, Tapasu, Chaiva, Daneshu, Yat Punaphalam Pradishtam. That means all this is not needed. No studying of Ved, no Yagya, no Tapa, no Dan, no Punaphalam, no, nothing is needed. Atyanti Tarva Tattva Sarvamidam Vidva Yogi Param Sthan Upayati Chadevam. Yani only devotional service, only bhakti is something which is needed. By this, he becomes a yogi. So the life lesson of today's chapter is, I hereby decide to chant at least one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily. So someone who have not started, 36% of the participants, they are not doing chanting. So it's a humble request to them that please start chanting at least one round. It would not take more than 7-8 minutes. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And before doing this, you have to chant the Pancha Tattva mantra, which is Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Now, why we chant this Pancha Tattva mantra? It is, suppose we do some mistakes in chanting, we do some wrong chanting, then by chanting this Panchatattva mantra in the start, it helps in forgiving the problems. So let's all chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So with this, the class today ends for the chapter number 8. I will show you a video. Just wait for me. Just wait, I'm looking for the video. आयुष वीडियो किधर है? तुम्हारे पेन ड्राइव में है? Just hold on, I'm looking for the video. Actually, it's in my hard drive and I have not bought my hard drive. It's into the office only. Let me search for it. Just a second. Since I am not able to locate because I have not having the hard drive, I will show you onto the YouTube, which is already in my channel. You can see all this mind control techniques, science of self-realization. These are the sessions which I have taken. Golok chart, I have taken a special session on this. Yeah, birth again and death again.
Body is no more usable, then the body is finished and the soul again enters another body. This is called transmigration. What is the next body you are going to get? You must have information.
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in training.
So you all saw the video. So you like the video? Birth again, death again. A very detailed explanation of this Janam Mrityu is given in Bhagavatam. So if you read the Bhagavatam in details, it will be very good. Basically, minute details of the problems during the birth is also been mentioned in Bhagavatam. So Hare Krishna, let's take questions if you have any with respect to this today's chapter or the video which you have seen.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So
Hare
shall I
Krishna.
unmute?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Atish Prabhuji, please unmute.
Yes, Mataji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Pranam,
Prabhu. Hare
Pranam
Krishna, Prabhu.
Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thakurji, I missed the 8.1 slide and the 8.13 slide because of some reason. Could you please show that to me again?
8.1 and 8.13.
Yes.
This is 8.1. This is slide where Arjun is asking questions that what is Brahma, what is Atma, what is fruity activities, what is material manifestations, what are
Okay,
demigods.
could you please enlarge the size of the slide? Put it full screen.
You can, you will be getting the PDF of this, Prabhu.
Okay.
Now, I will
No
send
problem
you
then.
you will receive the PDFs of this.
And could you please tell me the 8.13 slide, please?
Just a
Because
second.
that gave a lot of details about Krishna, his personality, how he was actually, that 10 features of his personality.
Yeah, this is, you will get to this PDF, Prabhuji. It's very clearly saying one who meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as he who is the oldest. That means Puran Purush. No one is older than him. He is the oldest. He is since the start. Who is the
Okay,
controller? Who is smaller than the smallest? Anu. And who is the maintainer of everything? Who is beyond all material conceptions? We cannot think that he is material. He is beyond this. Who is inconceivable and who is always a person.
okay,
He is luminous like the sun and he is transcendental beyond this materialization.
oh, okay.
You will get the
Uh,
PDF. Prabhuji.
okay, sir. Sir, one more question. I क्वेश्चन आते आते मैं भूल रहा हूँ. अच्छा, बट एनीवेज वो जो कल जो ये एकादशी थी, उसके बाद वाला दिन द्वादशी था, और वो द्वादशी कुछ एक खास दिन था, लेकिन एकादशी के बाद तो फास्ट ब्रेक करने की जल्दी रहती है पारायण के टाइम. तो वो द्वादशी था, एक तो सूर्य क्रांति थी, उसके बाद भीष्म द्वादशी थी, और फिर उसको और एक नाम से भी बुलाया जाता है. तो उस दिन भी मुझको उपवास रखना था, लेकिन वो जो मैं रख नहीं पाया.
Okay.
लेकिन और मैंने फास्ट तोड़ दिए एकादशी के बाद, द्वादशी के दिन पारायण टाइम के बीच. लेकिन मैंने फिर सूर्य देव को जाके ऊपर छत पे प्रणाम किया था. सूर्य क्रांति थी इसलिए, मतलब सूर्य क्रांति थी नहीं थी वो मालूम ही नहीं था, लेकिन मैंने प्रणाम तो किया. लेकिन मेरा उसका मेरिट लॉस हो गया ना सर.
Prabhuji, if you are asking regarding Ekadashi, I can tell आप मुझे ये सूर्य के बारे में पता नहीं है उतना, सूर्य क्रांति और भीष्म, oh, I can't tell
द्वादशी।
anything about it. Yeah, I can't tell on that. Normally, when we fast on Ekadashi, we break the fast next day between the stipulated time,
Yes.
and we practice seriously this Ekadashi. बहुत सारे और भी रहते हैं fastings. We don't fast all those. Something which is very special, we do it.
Okay, and one more question, that is, एकादशी में सिर्फ कृष्ण भगवान को याद करना होता है और बाकी किसी को याद नहीं करना होता है, ऐसा मैंने किसी ने मुझे बोला था कि एकादशी में तुम सिर्फ उनको ही, कृष्ण को ही याद करो, उनको ही स्मरण करो, उनका ही नाम जाप करो, बाकी किसी का मत करो। लेकिन आपको मैंने जैसे बताया, मैंने काफी लोगों को पढ़ा है, सुना है, तो किसी ना किसी का नाम आता ही है, कि साईं बाबा हो, रमण महर्षि हो, रामकृष्ण हरि हो।
See, that's why I'm saying, Prabhu ji, multiple gods नहीं होते हैं. God is only one. You can have multiple demigods. Multiple demigods can be there, but God is only one. So we say very clearly that you should worship the God, the Krishna, and you should respect everyone.
हाँ, तो वो रेस्पेक्टफुली करता हूँ मैं।
Respect should be given to everyone, but worship should be done for the God only, Krishna only.
Krishna, but Ramakrishna Paramahansa Deva said just time before his death, he who was Ram, he who was Krishna, is Ramakrishna in this body, to Swami Vivekanand. Now, that's why
Prabhuji, we follow the philosophy which is given by our Guru. We can't comment on anyone else's philosophy, what they have said.
Okay, no problem.
It's immoral on my side if I comment on that.
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm sorry to ask that question. And yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I convey my love to you and to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That, yes, Prabhuji. Pranam, pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vikas Prabhuji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
First of all, would like to say it was a very informative session today. I actually, liked the video. And Prabhuji, I have a question. It's not a question. Like, I actually require some more information on, the different lokas. And this is the topic that actually thrills me from my childhood. So, if you could just explain a little more, not
Prabhuji, it's really difficult because if I talk about the lokas, it is going to consume good amount of time.
Yeah, sure.
For that, I'm saying I have taken a special class of cosmology, which is nothing but Golok chart. You can go and refer to the YouTube channel. It's a detailed 2 hours of session which I have taken, and that will give the answer to most of your questions. Even though if you have any questions, you are free to write me on WhatsApp. I will try to respond to it, Prabhuji.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, but in short, I can tell you that there are 14 lokas.
Okay.
In the center it is Earth. Above Earth there are 6 lokas for pious people who have done good deeds, and there are 7 lokas which is there below the Earth for those people who have done wrong deeds, tamoguni people.
Okay. And Prabhuji, I have a related question. So during if we go through Ramayana, and there was an instance where Prabhu Ramji was taken away by Rakshasa to Patal. So how come they are able to commute to and fro? If I guess this is something controlled by Lord Krishna, right?
Prabhuji, commuting, again, if you see, Ram is form of Krishna only.
Right.
And there is no difference between Ram and Krishna. If you see, our Mahamantra also holds both the name Ram and Krishna. For them, see, they have come to do Leela only. They have come to do Leela. They have come to give a message to us that something needs to be done by us also. Because if we don't follow them, we can't do anything. So commuting them from one lok to another lok, it's nothing great for them, Prabhu. If they can build bridge on an ocean, nothing is different.
Let me reiterate. So my point was, I was actually referring to the Rakshasa. Forgot the name. I guess that was Ravana. Some I forgot the first part. So it was the last name was Ravana.
Ahiravan.
Ahiravan, yeah. So Ahiravan was able to travel from Patal, like they said, that's their kind of a home where all the Rakshasas, they live. So how can we relate this, to?
Prabhu,
Mhm.
Prabhu, not only the demigods, the demons also used to have huge amount of power. If you
Okay.
see, if you read the scriptures, you will know that many times they have attacked Swargaloka, they have captured Swargaloka also.
Right,
So
right.
to capture this Swargaloka, they have to travel there, and they have to travel with their entire army. Not alone, they were traveling.
Right.
They were traveling the entire army. They were capturing. They were having a fight with them. So
Mhm.
demons were also very powerful. But since they were doing wrong deeds, that's why God never supported them.
Right.
And God supported someone who has done good. That means demigods. So
Mhm.
demigods always go to Krishna, always go to their superiors whenever they land into the problem. So traveling for demons or demigods is not a difficult task for Guruji. If you do, if you perform, see, there is a process known as uh, in yoga. If you see Kundalini Jagrit yoga, if
Mhm.
you get your Kundalini activated, you can also travel, Prabhuji. You can also travel, but it's not an easy task.
Right. I
It's
agree.
not an easy task, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it's a pretty cumbersome one.
I don't know whether Chanda Mataji is there or not. When Chanda Mataji knows about yoga, she can tell much details regarding this. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Deepak Prabhuji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, right now I don't have any question regarding today's session, but I want to tell you one thing actually. Today was one of my hectic days, and today I was not totally attentive for this session because around 9 o'clock I admitted my mother in hospital.
Oh.
She was not feeling well. She had a lot of pains in her lower abdomen. So I admitted her in an emergency ward. And since then,
We all will pray for her good health, Prabhuji. We will chant
yeah.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Let's all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for her mother recovery. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Roji, we all will pray for your mother so that
And
you can you will be relaxed. Your mother will be relaxed very soon. Yeah,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
and the thing is, I'm trying very hard not to. I don't want to miss any session as you are telling right from the first day that Krishna has given you this opportunity, so you don't miss any session. Attend the complete all 18 adhyay. So I'm trying very hard to, but today it was not that much possible.
No,
So
no
I was
issues,
not totally attentive. And the poll
no
which you
issues, Prabhuji.
conducted, you also conducted one poll. So I don't know. I mean, I was in a hurry. So
No
I
issues,
answered, but my
Prabhuji.
answer was wrong actually. I am chanting
Uh,
only once time, which
okay,
is before our session.
okay, Prabhuji. That's what I'm saying. If you have missed some part of the class, this class is already live onto the YouTube. You can
Okay.
go and refer the YouTube for this, Prabhuji. Hare
Okay.
Krishna,
And
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, one more thing. You showed one video right now on YouTube sometime before. So please text the title of that video in our WhatsApp group. I wish to watch that video
It's
again.
Prabhuji, birth again, death again, Prabhuji.
Birth again.
Birth again, death again,
Fine.
Prabhuji. It's there onto the YouTube
Okay.
channel, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Usha Mataji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have like a string of questions today. So I hope you will be able to give me the answer. And if it's troublesome, I will message you later. The first thing, you were talking about the story of Ajamil. So I knew, but I did not answer it in the chat box. There is a beautiful Kirtana by Purandara Dasa, who is a saint of this one. where he says that Kalana Dutaru Narayanan Namave Katu. That means when the Yamadutas were pulling the Narayana name, made the Ajamila to survive. Why I wanted to tell this thing is like there is a beautiful this Kirtana which says that Ninyako Ninahangyako, God, I don't need you, I need only your name. So that is like name itself is enough to bring me out of this Bhavasagara.
Absolutely, absolutely.
In the poll, my answer was 0 for the simple reason that I come from a Vaishnava school of thought, Madhva school of thought, and I have been taught to recite Vishnu Sahasranama every day. So I do chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama. So that is the way I have been brought up. So this is only from last like 8th day now I am in association with ISKCON. Even though I have visited ISKCON temples, I have not been chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So I ordered see, this one has come. So from today I will definitely try to chant that also. Means I will add that thing also in my daily routine of reciting Vishnu Sahasranama.
Mataji, we never say to stop anything. Something which you are doing since childhood or something from many past years. So that is the thought process which you are already ingrained in yourself. So don't stop it. Continue it.
No,
But
no, I
but
will not
you
stop
can
it.
add. You can
No,
add it
I will
because
not stop it. It is a part of my life, but I will add this one also is what I
because
want telling.
it's not a month. It's a Maha Mantra, Mataji.
Yeah, yeah. So I had the fortune of visiting Puri, Jagannath Puri, just in the month of December. Vrindavan I have visited long back. I have one very peculiar question today to you. One thing is, in the Ramayana, Maricha, while he was getting killed, he was calling the name of Lakshmana and Sita while he was dying because he wanted to cheat this one Sita so that she will get panic and she will send Lakshmana so that Ravana can take. Now Lakshmana is Shesha and Sita is nothing but Lakshmi. So my question to you is, if Maricha has recited the name of Lakshmana and Sita, both of them are God only. Maybe by he recited in the name of cheating, with the purpose of cheating. Will Maricha attain Sadgati or the Swargaloka, or he will go to this one? He will go to this one. What is
Mataji, there is no doubt. Since he was been killed by the arrow of Shri Ram, he will definitely attend Sadgati because see when Ravan asked him to do this particular activity, he was in a state of confusion whether to do or not do. So he first refuted that no, I will not do this. Then Ravan said that if you don't do that, I will kill you. He thought that if I will refute, if I will not follow the order of Ravan, he will kill me. So it's better I will get killed by Ram. If I will get killed by Ram, then I will go to his abode. So he has attained Sadgati, Mataji. No doubt in that, Mataji.
okay? One more question. When I was expecting my children, actually my daughter's name is Maya, by the way. I expecting my mother-in-law. I have said they are from a very traditional spiritual thought process. So I used to read Bhagavatam and Sundarakandam of Ramayana because my mother-in-law used to say that if you read these things, the Garbha will get the good, the pious nature. So, and by the grace of God, my children are very spiritually inclined also. So, my question to you is: you said that when the Garbha like is inside the womb of the mother, it actually is facing lot of difficulties and it doesn't want to come out because it knows that it is materialistic world and it will fall into the trouble. So, my question to you is that chanting the mantra when the mother is expecting, will it be beneficial or it will relieve the pains of the garbha, or it will be only beneficial when he or she chants for herself?
Mataji, if you since you have read Bhagavatam, in Bhagavatam it is very clearly mentioned that the womb since he is there in the mother stomach, he always prays to the God that please relieve me from this pain, because in the stomach, in the womb, there is huge issues, too much of problems, because the gastric juices, the burns, everything happens there, and there are insects, viruses, everything which is biting it. So he, at that particular time when he is the in the stomach, he gets the memory of all his pastimes. If he has done, suppose if he has taken 1,000 births, he will have the memory of the 1,000 births that time. That time he has the entire memory. He prays to the God that please let me get out of this tough situation. As soon as I will be out, I will do nothing else except doing devotional service for you. I will come to your place. I will do only your bhakti. But as soon as he comes out, gets into the Maya. Hare Krishna Mataji. But what you said that yes, since you chant, definitely it helps, and it helps. It is the sanskar which that particular garb gets it, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
One final point. Sorry, I am also traveling from tomorrow. I was hoping that Thursday there may not be a class because I will be in a place where there is no connectivity at all, in a very remote place. So Krishna Bhagwan had heard my prayer, and you are also calling off the class on Thursday. So I say bhakti is the only way. Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Amit Prabhuji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Tell me.
I am really very grateful to all of you. I mean, who are associated with this particular lesson or session or whatever I may say. I'm getting so much of knowledge and I'm getting to know about my religion. So I'm very grateful. And on behalf of all of us, I'm really, really thankful to all of you who are again associated with this.
Would you
Now,
please be with us till the 18th day, Prabhuji.
100%, I will be there. That is what my intentions are. Now, I lost my mother a couple of days back. It's not even 2 months that I've lost her, and मैं थोड़ा childish nature का भी हूँ. According to my mother also knew that. Anyway, so my question is like, I guess that মা আমার সঙ্গে আছে. I mean, I think she's with me all the time. Now, is it true that after, as we know that soul never dies? So is that true that my mom can see me? My mom can see me, I'm crying. My mom can see me, I'm eating. Is it true?
Prabhuji, first of all, I know it's a tough situation. Without mother, it's not an easy to be living. You are very well connected to a mother. I can understand this. Prabhuji, if you have seen the chapter 2 says very clearly that the death happens to the body, not to the soul. Soul is never get to death. Nayanam Chindanti, we have said. Soul is fireproof, soul is waterproof, soul is proof of everything. No issues can happen to the soul. Soul travels from one body to the another body based on the activities, on the karma and the end thought during the deathbed. Whatever your mother would have thought, she has gone to that particular life, Prabhuji. So you should not have grief for her. She has already started her next journey, Prabhuji. And it would be really great if you start working for your next life. If your mother sees from there that you are learning Bhagavad Gita, you are applying the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, you are planning for your next birth, then she will be really happy, Prabhuji. If you will be in grief, if you will be in sorrow because you are missing a mother, that is not a good sign, Prabhuji.
Even my 5-year-old is missing her. Even my 5 years old.
I know.
He is offering water every day.
I know,
whatever
Prabhuji.
Chocolate or biscuits he's been
I
offered or he's
understand,
been
I
eating,
understand.
he is going and giving those bites to my
Prabhuji,
mom. Picture में
Prabhuji,
जाके वो देता है वहाँ पे. So
we are so attached with our near one's death, near dear ones, especially mother, that we really miss her. We, by thinking this also, we get into trouble that how can such situation arise. But Prabhuji, that's that life. We have to take it forward. We have to move also. So let's do what we can do best for her. That means she will be happy when you improve your own life.
So my final thing is that means she's got a new birth, or
Absolutely, absolutely, Prabhuji. She has already left a body. She has already gone to a new body.
one thing I would like to give a message to everybody who is here with us. It's a personal request from my side. Whoever have their father or mother with them, I mean, जिसके पास अभी भी माँ पापा हैं, give them utmost love, utmost care, because जब चले जाएंगे, you
Yes, very
cannot do
good.
anything. So I am sharing an experience कि आप लोग, see, at this age they want nothing, they just want love and care, and little bit of time they want, और कुछ नहीं, उनको पैसा नहीं चाहिए, अच्छा खाना नहीं चाहिए, कपड़ा नहीं
Very,
चाहिए,
very,
because
very
they're
true.
at home.
Very true. Very true,
So
Prabhuji.
at most you, if my friends or my Matajis or Prabhujis who are here, give them little bit of time, give them little bit of love. That's what they want, and nothing they want at this age.
And the same thing we will also wish to have, because when we will go in that particular age, we will also expect the same thing. So it's
Absolutely.
better.
जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sabita Mataji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna,
Sabita
Mataji.
Mataji.
Mataji, we will take these 3 questions and then we will wind up the session.
Okay,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I'm so sorry for Amit Roy to hear all these things. So, sir, I apologize beforehand for asking such a silly question. But Prabhuji, it's in a hypothetical situation. Suppose one is paralyzed and is in a deathbed when one is not able to utter a word. So, as we should be remembering Krishna at the time of death, which form of Krishna should we visualize? Because sometimes when I think about Krishna, the deity we worship in a temple comes to my mind. Sometimes the one who is present in the outer cover of the Bhagavad Gita book comes to my mind. And sometimes also the one shown in some serials come to my mind. So which form of...
Mataji, you are from which particular location?
I'm from Sikkim.
Mataji. You can remember Krishna in any form. Any form. You can think Krishna from a Laddu Gopal point of view. You can think Krishna that he is playing a ras. You can think Krishna that he is killing a demon like Madhu. You can think Krishna that he is giving knowledge in the battlefield to Arjun. You can have any kind of feelings towards Krishna. You can see Krishna is something that he can become your friend, he can become your lover, he can be a master, he can be a spiritual master. He can take any forms, Mataji. You are free in all the forms in which you can visualize is perfectly right, Mataji. All right, Mataji. There is no exception to that.
Okay, so this means to say that pronouncing his name is, even if we visualize, that's enough.
Yes, Mataji. See, Mataji, when you are at deathbed, the situation of the body, what will be, we never know. We may not be able to utter a word because we will not have a power. We can't speak because of the pain. So if we just remember, that is much, much better, Mataji. Remembering Krishna. And if you want to chant also Hare Krishna, there is no need to chant loudly. In the mind also, even though you can't speak, you can chant Hare Krishna. You can visualize Krishna, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Tushar Prabhuji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, all devotees. Yes, Prabhuji. My question is regarding you told that in the Swargloka there is all the luxuries is there in the Swargloka. So my question is that we are presently in the Mrityu Loka and we are still expecting the luxuries and we are expecting the Swarg. So can we tell that this thing is materialistic and still we are desiring all these things?
Guruji, if you see, most of the people, they know only 2 things, hell and the heaven. They don't know Vaikuntha also, they don't know, they may have never heard of Golok also. So we just think that if you do good things, we will get to heaven. If you do wrong things, then we will go to hell. But in actual scenario, the definition of heaven is that you are going to enjoy most of the benefits. The luxury level is quite high there. Like if you stay in a hotel which is 2-star, 3-star, 5-star, In heaven, it is 7 star, 9 star, and beyond that, Prabhuji. So there is luxury there. You will enjoy the luxury, but there is huge problems also. There is competition also there. There is Janam, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, all everything is there. But it is much, much, much better than the earth. But again, you have to stay there until your credit is there. As soon as your credit gets over, you have to vacate the place.
Okay. So the Svargloka is different than the moksha, right?
Yes, Prabhu. In moksha, the cycle of life and death is over, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there is one question which was repeatedly asked. So can I read that, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Mataji, yes.
Okay. In the introductory slide of Ajamila, Prabhuji, why there is an image of parrot and lady in the story of Ajamila?
Parrot and lady.
Yes, when he was lying on the deathbed, Vishnu's avatar had, like Doot, Vishnu Doot had come, and that dangerous Yam Doot had come. So there's one lady, Prabhuji, who is sitting, and there's a parrot.
Mataji, I need to check.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I need to check. I've used this image, that's it, but I need to check this parrot and
Okay, okay.
yeah. Something which I am not very clear, I can't say on that.
Yes, yes. Prabhuji, one question is, there are miscarriages and abortions. How is it explained by the Bhagavad Gita?
See, miscarriages and abortion, that means something, miscarriage is something wherein you can't do anything, it happens. And abortion is a forceful abortion. So it's a wrong thing. It's absolutely wrong. If you are killing a particular living entity before it's consuming, before it's actually lands into the life, it's a very wrong thing. You're doing a wrong practice. And for this, you will be penalized, Mataji. Someone who does this, it will be penalized. So if you want to get away from the penalty, if you want to get away from the punishment, only one way is there. If you want to get away from any kind of penalty or punishment, only one thing is there. Mahamantra and complete surrender to Krishna. If we do complete surrender, complete, we should not have anything in our mind. There should be nothing in our mind. Our mind has to be completely pure. We should not do surrender just because we want to get away from the punishment. We should do surrender, a complete true surrender to Krishna, and then Krishna will take away all the sins of us. Okay, we cannot fool Krishna. We cannot fool that because of avoiding the penalty and punishment, we are doing surrender. No, it should not be a conditional based surrender. It has to be a free will surrender, complete surrender, Mataji. So, Mataji, is there any more questions or shall we close?
Yes. One question, Prabhuji. Does our birth and death both are very painful?
Both, Mataji. When we are in the abdomen of our mother, we undergo huge trauma, Mataji, and that has been very clearly explained in Bhagavatam. The fetus which is there into the mother womb, insects bites it, bacteria bites it, the gastric juice which is there in the mother's stomach, that creates a problem. He is basically lying in a very small space. So there is huge problem. Not able to explain also. Such kind of problems are there. In the birth and death also is equally painful, Mataji. So it's better that we should get rid away from Janam, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Tell me a single person who doesn't have any kind of disease in his entire lifetime. Maybe during the youth, he will be free from the disease. But as soon as his age increases, he becomes older, disease start capturing him. Jara. Anyone will be getting old. Can you tell me a single person on this entire earth who will be completely youth in his entire life? He will never get old. And as soon as he gets old, disease will start coming. So Jana Mrityu Jara Vyadhi is there for every living being. If you want to get away from this, there is only one solution. Is let's get rid of this. How? By surrendering to Krishna. There is no other solution. No other solution. Mataji, any more questions?
No, Prabhuji, but one continuation like something.
Hmm.
But both are a part of karma fal, Prabhu. Just that much is written.
That's what I'm saying. If actually it's a part of the karma phala, but now we are saying that let's do some karma for Krishna. That means nishkam karma. When we'll start doing nishkam karma, then we will be getting away from all these troubles. The birth and the death is happening because of karma, no doubt. It's completely right. But let's improve our karma. Let's do nishkam karma for our Murariji, our Krishna, so that he can take care of us.
Then Prabhuji, no more questions.
Yeah. Mataji, I'm really sorry for you also. It's quite late for you also.
It's okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Vancha kalpudra bhaycha kripa sindhu bhayucha patita nam pavane bhayo vaishnav namo namo. So we will be meeting tomorrow with a new chapter, very informative chapter. Might be we will be taking some additional discussion into details tomorrow. So till then, Hare Krishna, Radhe Krishna.